it's time to cross into Bishop's Crossing. Hello and welcome to a Smurd video, and today we are looking at X-Men's Bishop's Crossing, the original hardcover, which I finally have. It's one of those books that are super hard to get now, especially in this format. Now, I really missed a trick when this came out. I thought I honestly didn't grasp that it was quite a big book. I thought it was just a few issues, and I thought it was something that I could skip as part of my collection. But as my collection has kind of grown, we've kind of got to the point where this is all coming together, and we've got Shadow Shot, and we're kind of getting a whole kind of run going on there. So it was one of my must-haves this year. And don't get me wrong, I spent a lot of money on this. Had to justify it to my wife, but it was worth it to get it. So this is a classic cover. I'm not going to pretend to remember what cover it is. And then we got the side, X-Men's Bishop's Crossing. And then we got a picture of Bishop there. Okay, so if I've counted correctly, we have 14 issues in here, which is 281 to 293 on Uncanny, and then X-Men 12 to 13. And this spans straight after the Jim Lee Omnibus. So straight off the back there. And on the back we have a nice picture of Archangel. And there's the synthesis. And then we got a nice picture of Iceman. Okay, so here is the synthesis. So the book is called Bishop's Crossing because this is when Bishop kind of first appears into our series of X-Men, and he slowly starts joining the X-Men after his comrades are killed because there's no way for him to get home. And underneath the dust cover, very simple, the nice classic blue going on there and the blue going on the front, which I really do enjoy. Okay, so here are the writers. Many of them were very active during the 90s, especially, as well as the artists, the inkers, the colorists, the letterers, the editors, the cover art. And we got this nice little cover. And then we pretty much go into the issues. And I really like this art. I mean, I always had a thing about early 90s art. It was very enjoyable for me. Sometimes very gritty. And sometimes more enjoyable than some art I've seen today. But then I feel like every artist is different. They're chosen for a different reason. They deliver something different that is based on their own, not skill set, it's based on their own, take. So they deliver it the way that they're meant to deliver it. And I believe in this book we got a bit around the Hellfire Club, as well as Bishop obviously arriving. I love that Archangel. I wish we got wings like that as well, with some of the Marvel Legends Archangels. It's very cool. It's a good time, I think. And I think we don't see much of Bishop's early... I think he struggles to begin with. It's never been a relationship that I kind of liked. Forge always seemed unhinged to me. I like him in certain things, though. That is some nice artwork. Iceman get involved. I'm actually looking forward to reading this. It's been probably a long time since I read this, and I can't actually remember. It's Callisto. So it'd be interesting to read this again and get a feel for what's going on. As well as the Bishop's Crossing, you know, it gives you a big chunk of story here that fills in the gaps between the Jim Lee, and I'll show you in a minute, it fills the gaps between the Jim Lee omnibus and the Executioner Song event which happened, which I reviewed, or I showed off recently. I use review loosely because sometimes I'm not reviewing the story, I'm just showing off the book. Whereas others actually go into real detail and talk about the story, etc. There we go. 2 weeks time. The year in review. It's got some nice little extras, nice little pin-ups. Swimsuit session going down. Really, swimsuit session. I wasn't expecting it to evolve, but it clearly did. I want to just going for a swim. I really do love this picture though. It's one of my favorites. Although I thought with this being Bishop's Crossing, we might have seen him on the front cover, because that is what they've called this hardcover, Bishop's Crossing. It's based on his event within this story, so to speak, or within these issues. Instead we have the double cover, but which is fine. It's not a big deal. It just seems a bit off. And here it is next to the Jim Lee omnibus this side, and then the event that follows this hardcover, the Executioner Song. So as I was trying to say, we have Uncanny X-Men in the omnibus 273 to 280, then X-Men 1 to 9, and in here we have 281 to 293. And then X-Men 12 to 13, and material from 10 and 11, which seems a bit off. I thought that was strange. And then we have 294 to 297, Uncanny X-Men in the Executioner Song, and then X-Men 14 to 16. And that is how it usually sits, the omnibus, Bishop's Crossing, and then Executioner's Song. Looks very nice. One thing I'm a bit complex about is in the omnibus you have material from 10 and 11, and then you also have that in Bishop's Crossing. I have no comprehension on why we have not just been given these two issues in either omnibus, and we've just been given, I don't know, snippets. It seems bizarre. I mean, in the omnibus you do get what appears like almost the whole issue, especially off 10. I'm not so sure on 11. It's just really thrown me off that bit. Really thrown me off completely. So what will happen now is I will end up going on somewhere like Marvel Unlimited and see if I have the full issue 10 and the full issue 11 in both these books. It just strikes me as strange that 10 and 11 seem to be abnormal in both the omnibus and the original hardcover. I find it absolutely bizarre. But anyway, I'm really glad to finally have this book. It's been a long time coming, and I probably spent a chunk of this year trying to get it and fit it into my collection, especially with Shattered Shot announced that we're going to get very soon. Very looking forward to that, because that will give us, especially the first part of the 90s, a full set. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook. My page is SmurredP. Follow me on Twitter at SmurredP. But I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm there. And as always, embrace the geekiness. Goodbye.